Welcome to Game 2 of the 1974 World Series. The American League champions, the Oakland A's, versus the National League champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Brought to you by Gillette, makers of the Dry Look, #1 aerosol for men's hair. No wonder the wet head is dead. And by your nearby Dodge dealer, who invites you to see the change in Charger. It's a whole new car. And our helicopter moves in over packed and jammed Dodger Stadium again. Yesterday, an all-time record crowd for this stadium since they moved here to Los Angeles. And, of course, the Dodgers could be in trouble. Hi, everybody. Kurt Gowdy, Vin Scully, Tony Kubek. No team has ever lost the first 2 games of a World Series on their home grounds and gone on to win the series. So the Dodgers are up against it, but they have their ace going today, a man who's been the hottest pitcher in baseball, Don Sutton. He's won 15 of his last 16 decisions. The A's will counter with a left-hander, Vida Blue, who pitched the game of his life last Tuesday in shutting out Baltimore on just 2 hits. The weather is hotter today. It's in the mid-80s, just a slight breeze. And so for Game 2, Sutton and Vida Blue. And what about the Dodgers in the locker room out on the playing field, Ben? They seem a little shaken up after yesterday or not?
No, Kurt, I wouldn't think so. The modern-day ball player just isn't that way. This is not life or death. They walk around saying, there's no tomorrow. It's a day of destiny, and then they all fall down and start to laugh. So their approach to it is completely different. However, deep down inside, they look to Sutton as the leader. They look to Sutton to right the ship. He had won 9 straight at the end of the year. He won the 2 big games in the playoff. That's 11 in a row. And they're in the habit of seeing him win, seeing him stand on top of the heap, and they expect to see him there today. I would say they're loose, relaxed, and as reasonably confident as you can be, having lost a game already.
All right, now Vida Blue is starting for the Oakland A's. Tony Kubek talked to Vida Blue before the game, and let's go down in the field now and catch that taped interview. Vida Blue and Tony Kubek.
All right, Vida, which way are you going to hit today, right or left?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I just took some swings in the cage. I felt good. I even hit 2 out.
What about a scouting report on this Dodger team? They're a tough right-hitting team. Did you learn anything on the bench yesterday?
Well, I think that my game plan would be to stay away from them, and I'm not going to let the scouting reports just per se change my style of pitching. I'm going to go out and pitch a Vida Blue type of ball game and hope for the best. Hope we can get some runs early and hope that we can defend them and hold them for another 5 or 6 innings.
Was your fastball in Baltimore during the American League Championship Series the best you've had in a while?
I think it was the best that I've had, plus the fact that I had good control. One thing that really stands out in my mind about the whole ball game is that I only went to 3 and 2 on 1 batter, and I'm sure that during the regular season I might have averaged 3 to 4 walks per ball game. And I don't think it's that I'm not throwing as hard, but being behind the hitters all the time, you got to throw that good fastball right in there. And in this league, these guys will hit anything.
Did you stay up last night going over the Dodger hitters in bed?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I watched the Sting.
Oh, you watched the Sting. All right, is there a hitter in the Dodger lineup that, with men on base, you might prefer to pitch around?
Hey, with men on base, I wish I could pitch around everybody. I'm sure that the power guys in their lineups are, I think Garvey handles the ball good. Well, he hits the ball all over with power. And naturally, Wynn is a big power threat. Ferguson, Yeager, all those big guys. Well, I hope I don't get in a situation where I have to pitch around them. I just hope I can just go right at them, and it's, either me or you. So that's the way I like to pitch anyway.
Your game plan today is your bat and defense.
That's right, and we're going to go right at them.
Vida Blue, thank you. Let's go back upstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and welcome to Dodger Stadium for the second game of the 1974 World Series. Here are the official lineups. First, the defending world champions, the Oakland A's. Here is the manager of the A's, number 5, Alvin Dart. Batting first and playing shortstop, number 19, Bert Campaneris. Batting second, playing center field, number 4, Bill North. Batting third and playing third base, number 6, Sal Bando. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 9, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 26, Joe Rudy. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 18, Gene Tennis. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 10, Ray Fosse. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 1, Dick Green. Batting ninth and pitching, number 14, Vida Blue, who was warming up in the bullpen. And here are the remaining players and coaches of the Oakland A's. And now, for the National League champions, your Los Angeles Dodgers. Here is the manager of the Dodgers, Walter Alston. Batting first and playing second base, number 15, Davey Lopes. Batting second and playing left field, number 22, Bill Buckner. Batting third and playing center field, number 23, Jimmy Wynn. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 6, Steve Garvey. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 13, Joe Ferguson. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 10, Ron Say. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 18, Bill Russell. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 7, Steve Yeager. Batting ninth and pitching, number 20, Don Sutton, who was warming up in the bullpen. And here are the remaining players and coaches of your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Here are the Dodgers now coming out. Moving to left field will be Bill Buckner, Jim Wynn the center, Joe Ferguson the right, Ron Sayes at third, Bill Russell the shortstop, Dave Lopes at second, Garvey's the first baseman, Yeager is catching Don Sutton.
Well, Don Sutton, since the All-Star break, has been throwing the Don Sutton of the old. Don Sutton has got a fastball, curveball, slider. He's now developed a changeup. We gave Don Sutton 2 games in the playoffs where he said take control, and he did take control. He won 2 big games in the playoffs for us to finish up the season 19-9. I look for something big today in Don Sutton.
Campaneris, the first ball hitter, has done just that. He went after the first pitch and missed it, 0-1. Campy, a high fastball hitter, gets another breaking ball away, and they count 1-1. 2-2. Got him looking. So Campaneris is caught looking at the breaking ball. 1 away, and here is Bill North. North, the switch hitter. He is also a first ball hitter and likes to bunt. And he fouls it away.
Boy, was he moaning about that sun and those tears in back. He said he had real trouble picking up the ball off the bat yesterday.
There were a couple of great pictures of him talking to himself out there and shaking his head. Well, to North, all we can say is welcome to the club. 0-1. One away. Just the start of things. Well, he's done both now. The first ball hitter who likes to bunt, though he fouled off the first pitch and ran up to bunt. 1-1. No score. He'll pull up a chair and spend part of the day with us. Breaking ball, missed. Yeager looking for an angle, throws him out at first.
What a super curveball he has. Ben, I can recall the ball game he pitched against the Pirates that we televised. He seemed to start a lot of the big Pirate hitters off with curveballs or sliders to get ahead of them. Here's that snake dropping off the table. They're going to kill a few worms if he has that kind of curveball today.
If you had a baseball in your hand, I'll show you how he throws it. His index finger is fully extended around the ball. The middle finger, however, is up so that it's like his nail of the middle finger is in the ball.
A one-finger curve.
That's exactly what it is. And it'll be somewhere between a curve and slider. Fastball. Though he's challenging Bando, Sal is a high fastball hitter. But because he sees so many breaking balls, like any other hitter, he starts to look for them. 1-0. Ball 2. So Sutton with 2 out in the first inning. On deck, Reggie Jackson. Another great day. Sutton is a stiff back pitcher. High pop fly, back a third, down the line. Russell calling in foul ground. That'll do it. So the A's are gone in order. No score at the end of half an inning. Oakland nothing. The Dodgers coming up.
Primarily a fastball pitcher. He holds the ball across 4 seams or goes with the seams to make it act differently. Threw only 6 breaking pitches against the Baltimore Ball Club last Tuesday. Didn't walk a man. A power pitcher.
Surprising to Loach. He started him with a knee-high fastball, and he's low now, 1-1.
He has 4 days rest, Ben. He threw just 101 pitches in that start in Baltimore, so he should be strong.
Broken bat, ground ball to first baseman Tennis, and that'll do it. Davey hit it off the end of the bat and cracked it. 1 away.
Batting second, number 22.
A lot of people say he's not as fast as he was the sensational year he had in 72. He's just as fast, but surprisingly, he doesn't have as good as control. You think he'd have better control as he had another year or two of progress in the major leagues.
The A's will be watching Blue as far as hurrying up his pitches. In other words, getting his body out instead of putting everything together. He'll be facing Bill Buckner, who does well against left-handers in the sense he doesn't give at the plate. He won't bail out. He had a couple of hits yesterday. Ball 1, breaking ball off the mitt of Ray Fosse. 1-2 to Bill Buckner. Half swing, fastball got him. And
Batting third, number 23, center fielder
Jimmy Wynn coming up with 2 down, no score, first inning.
Yesterday, let's take a look at that home run he hit late in the ball game against Fingers. High curveball. Raleigh was tiring a little bit at the time, and what a great try by North.
0-1. Jimmy, as we mentioned yesterday, rarely, if ever, goes the other way. He is a pull hitter. There's a high fastball. First one up. Manager Billy Martin.
Yeah. Look at that mustache. New hairdo. He's Hollywood.
2-2. Fastball high. They wouldn't bite at it. Wynn is remarkable. We mentioned all the hundreds he's been involved in. 100 RBIs, 100 walks, 100 runs scored, 100 strikeouts. He balances his books pretty well. 3-2. Outside.
And that's the first walk he's given up in the last 14 2/3 innings.
number 6.
They'll bring up Steve Garvey, and don't misinterpret Blue talking. He was not talking to the umpire. Win goes. Breaking ball is popped up back at first. Late start by Tennis. He could use a little help. Backs around and makes the catch. He was looking for a second baseman, Green, but Dick couldn't get there. He was covering. They're gone at the end of an inning.
Mr. Joe.
This is Don Rickles. Give me the president of Right Guard. Hello. You the underarm biggie? Listen. Quit making your Right Guard antiperspirant with this super dry anti-stain formula. Why? Listen, you hockey puck. I'm an entertainer. I get laughs with my insults.
Magnificent aerial shot of Los Angeles County and the surrounding areas. As we go to the second inning, no score. Oakland and the Dodgers. It'll be Reggie Jackson, Joe Rudy, and Gene Tennis. Jackson, a superstar, and showed everybody why, going the other way yesterday to hit a home run into the left field bleachers. Ball one. He makes a very good living hitting low fastballs out of sight.
And yet he hit the fastball high and inside the left center field for the home run, and that may shake up their scouting report.
Down and in, ball two, 2-0.
Former manager Ralph Houk.
Your former manager in the minor leagues and the majors.
Right, now with the Tigers.
2-0. On deck, Joe Rudy. Second inning, no score. Off speed. I was going to say, you noticed the American League umpire working right back of the catcher. Wrong field fly ball, and Buckner has to hurry to the foul line. Makes the catch. Buck took his eye off the ball because he is extremely conscious he does not have the foul territory that he did have during the regular season. He took one look to see where those auxiliary seats are. One away, and here is Joe Rudy. He's another fellow who's labeled the first ball swinger. The toughest out, so most people feel. Hits the ball hard most of the time. Down goes Rudy. That's 3 strikeouts for Sutton. So 2 down, and Gene Tennis coming up. One other thing while we have the opportunity. During the course of the ball game, there's Lawrence Yogi Berra. You will see Sutton look in and get a sign, and then you will see him brush his uniform. But there are 2 areas on the uniform he might brush. Strike to Tennis. You know how a hitter can overstride? Well, a pitcher can throw himself completely out if he takes too much of a step backwards, and that's the first move he makes, therefore it's very important. He missed, took a lot off it, and missed high.
They talk about the importance of a pitcher driving off the rubber. That's what Sutton does so well, and I think also that front leg as he hits, he keeps it too stiff. Does he have a tendency to go wild high?
Yeah, they would like him, let's put it this way, to bend that leg a little, but keep it firm. And that, I guess, is the fulcrum principle, whereby you get a stiffness to challenge you, and that's how you push off and fight the hitter. It is so tough, as you know, Tony. Ray Fosse, ball one. So 2 down, second inning, no score. Gene Tennis at first base. 2-2 to Ray Fosse. Down he goes. 4 strikeouts. They leave a man, no score at the end of an inning and a half. Oakland and the Dodgers. Here's Joe Ferguson. High fly ball to left center field. Going back is North and Rudy, and it'll be North for the catch. Figures now that say will go based on past performances. 3-2, 1 out, no score, second inning. There he goes. Little pop fly, back of first, down the line, Tennis and Jackson. It's a base hit, and the third is saved.
And Ron Say read the play right. He knew where those outfielders were. He kept right on going, used excellent judgment. He may also have gotten a decoy along the way as he did not pick up the ball. You saw it by Green. Now he picked up Tommy Lasorda.
Day scores, Russell to second, 1-0 Dodgers. So the Dodgers get the jump on the A's, the local citizenry happy, and Charles Finley as downcast as you could be this early in the afternoon. Got him. A run, 2 hits, 2 left. And at the end of 2, the Dodgers won, and the Oakland A's nothing. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. In other words, of all the Dodger pitchers, they want Sutton to be perfectly square and looking in at the catcher. Anytime he gets off angle, he will throw against his body, become ineffective, and he's in a lot of trouble. So they have to square him up all the time. He has a tendency to drift. Line drive down the left field line, base hit. Over to get it is Buckner. Can't be on his way for 2. He's in there easily. The throw will come into Russell. Behind to Campaneris, Sutton challenged him. He's a high fastball hitter, and it looked like he got a pitch up that he drilled. What? Wham.
He is a good, quick starter. As you can see, he knows how to cut the bases, cut down that distance.
Dodgers won, Oakland nothing. Top of the 3rd, 2 out. Campaneris at 2nd. Bill North trying to pick him up.
Then the scouting report the A's had on Don Sutton was he will not throw too many fastballs for strikes. He appears to be throwing more for strikes today.
Strike 1 pitch is a high chopper hit slowly to Russell. He has to hurry to get more. Got him. Good play by Russell. No runs, a hit, a man left at 2nd. At the end of 2.5, 1-0 Dodgers.
One of them is George Blanda. He'll always be grateful to Dodge for making the club cab. So the things he sets great store by have room to ride in style. The man who'd rather drive a truck than a car. He finds comfort in the electronic ignition that helps him get surer starts. He feels good about Dodge's 4-wheel drive because not all the roads he travels are this smooth. And it doesn't bother George Blanda one bit that his Dodge pickup looks so good. The man who'd rather drive a truck than a car.
So here's Jimmy. Gee, thanks, Mr. Blanda.
The man who'd rather drive a truck than a car would rather drive a Dodge.
Slow curve, hit to straightaway center. North is there. Wow, playing that sideways.
He really did, didn't he?
Sun glaring directly in his eyes, and he has become a very good outfielder. Another mistake, I think, in a scouting report saying he is not. He played it looking away from the sun. That's important, I think, with his high park, Vinny, that you do not put those glasses down too soon before the ball gets over the top of the stands.
The only thing that surprised me was he did not use his glove as a shade, and that's really doing it the hard way. Fouled away. Jimmy Wynn. Ball 3.
He's already thrown over 50 pitches in this game. We're in just the 3rd inning. I wonder how long he's going to hold his stuff.
I would say he's going to make 130, and from there on in, he's in borrowed time. Strike 3 called. Wynn couldn't believe it. Garvey, a defensive halfback at Michigan State. Breaking ball, pulled to the hole, backhanded by Campaneris. Sets for the throw, and it's too late, and Tennis unable to hold on to it anyway. But he had the play beaten. They're not going to hold Garvey on. Tennis off the bag. High fly ball into right center field. Jackson is there, and Reggie puts it away. No runs, a hit, a man left, and at the end of 3, the score, the Dodgers won, the A's nothing. Yeah, I've got to believe he's going to throw a breaking ball, but we'll see. Three and 2. Oh, he changed and turned it over, ball 4. 0-2. Breaking ball, a hard slider popped up. Say and Russell, and it's Say. No runs, no hits, a man left at the end of 3.5. Dodgers won, Oakland nothing. That's Vincent Price. Among other things, he has a great recipe book. He's quite a gourmet.
No blood today. Walked and struck out. Wynn looked at that fastball in the corner for a strike. Wynn is gone, and Blue now is getting better as the ball game moves along. Jackson's shoelace needs fixing.
He also lost his glove as he started running out to right field, and the fans got on him a little.
And there goes that Frisbee. Oh, time will be out again. That's the second Frisbee in the series.
And we'll get a chance to see Reggie Jackson, and if he can throw a Frisbee as far as he can throw a baseball.
I'll never forget that dog out here. That's the most incredible sight I've ever seen. Garvey, a right-in, became the first baseman in the All-Star game, voted the most valuable player of the All-Star game. He's grounded out and singled. He sends a bounder up the middle. Campaneris over with it, and safe for Garvey at first. Quite a play by Campaneris, as you saw, going away with a off-balance throw.
Good idea of how much range Campy has. That high bounder over the pitcher's head. Garvey's been working him out there. He hit a ball to his right.
Ferguson's flying out twice. Once to center and once to right. And Blue threw him a high change. 1 ball, no strikes to Ferguson. Ron Say is on deck.
Sometimes when you have a hitter who takes a lot of pitches, and Ferguson does that, sometimes you put the hit and run on just to make him swing.
They just moved Jackson over in the right center. Blues behind him 2-0. Jackson was over toward the right field line, and Alvin Darr got his attention and said, get over there in right center. There's the rest of the setup. They're playing Ferguson to pull.
Dixie Walker, the Dodger hitting coach, has been trying to get Ferguson to go the other way all year, but it's a difficult art to master.
He hasn't pulled in this game, but they're still playing the pull to left field. Strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
Well, he's making some great pitches.
He really is.
Oh, he made some beauties to strike out Wynn, and that was a World Series pitch then, 2-0.
He had Wynn on the outside corner. That one took the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. There's a blast. Boy, that ball's hit. Way back. Gone!
Few pitches that Ferguson, as we watch on the replay, North going back, the glasses down immediately, back to the track. The pitch was high and tight. No chance for a play for Billy. Here he is from another angle. You can see the glare of the sun off his glasses, something these Oakland A's players have battled the last couple of days.
That ball was high over the plate. Ferguson's pitch that he wanted. And he blasted it to deep straightaway center. The Dodgers lead 3-0.
You know, it shows you just how good the hitters are and how great the pitchers have to be. There's Johnny Odom loosening up. He made a perfect pitch to Ferguson the pitch before, and then came back and just got it up a little bit, and it meant a couple of runs and a couple of Frisbees.
Dodgers ahead, last of the 6th inning. Russell sends a fly ball out to Joe Rudy. Rudy has it, but the Dodgers came up with 2 runs. 2 hits. They lead now at the end of 6. 3-0. Most of the A's picked this to be a 7-game World Series.
I think it's the most evenly matched series in quite a while.
Jackson, a line shot in the center for a base hit to lead off the 7th. We have action in the Oakland bullpen.
Glenn Abbott is 1 of 2 down there.
Double play ball to short. 1. Over they go. Just missed it. Ball was hit slowly to shortstop.
Reggie running pretty well. He came in hard on Davy Lopes. Russell taking a lot of time, waiting back for the big hop. Look at Reggie go after Lopes, who took a lot of time on the pivot.
That's back to the box. Lopes on over. There it is. Pitcher, the second to first for the double play. No runs, a hit, nobody left. At the end of 6.5, to strike to Claudell Washington. Washington did not play baseball in high school. He used to play in the Little League and Pony League, and he quit. He went to track and field. And the reason he did is an interesting story. In high school, he was having trouble with his grades. And the track coach in high school was one of his teachers. He said, son, I want you out for track and field, not baseball. All the A's say he's going to be a star. There's a base hit by Washington in the right field. And the A's now have runners on first and second. Back-to-back single by two pinch hitters. And here's Walter Alston coming out of the Dodger dugout. And for the first time, we get the A's pennants waving.
If there is just a flaw in Sutton's delivery, Red Adams, the pitching coach, goes out. When Alston goes out to visit a pitcher, the odds are very high that he's bringing a hook with him. However, in Sutton's case, he'll go directly to him to see if he still has it left.
There's a ground ball to Russell. Bobbles the ball. Everybody's safe. Worried about getting that force at second. Couldn't handle it. And now the A's have the big threat. The bases loaded. 1 out.
Bill, having to range to his right, could not play a certain hop, and you can see that he got one in between off the heel of his glove. He tried to trap it against his body and get that one sure out. It was not an easy play, but an error is given to him.
The batter is Bill North. He has struck out, grounded out twice. He's gone hitless in the first 2 games of the series. They play him to the opposite field. We have Maxwell at third. Washington at second. Campaneris at first. It's ball 1 to Bill North. There's a ground ball to short. That's 1. Into the dirt for 2. Garvey came up with it as North wrapped into the double play. No runs, 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. At the end of 7.5, 3-0, Los Angeles. 3-0 Los Angeles, last of the 8th inning. A strike. He received a big bonus, but he says one of the biggest bonuses he had from Charlie Finley when Charlie drove into his backyard down in Georgia and dumped a load of produce in the yard, all kinds of fruits and vegetables. There's a master salesman, that man, a very persuasive gentleman, great insurance salesman, lying in a tuberculosis hospital years ago. Conceived the idea when the doctor came in, what if something, there was a strikeout by Garvey, if something happened to him, what would he do financially? He came up with a medical insurance plan for doctors all over America. That's where he made his fortune. Now the 3-2 delivery to Ron Say. He hits a high fly in the left field. Joe Rudy comes on, circles under it, has it. Got problems. No runs. No hits, 1 left. We're going to the 9th, 3-0 Los Angeles.
There's Iron Mike. He's been up a couple of times.
Joe Romo, the A's trainer, out attending Bando, hit on the left shoulder. He's all right. Reggie Jackson, last time up, single in the center. The 1-strike delivery, and he accidentally hits it down the left field line. Bando's coming on to third. Jackson on the pulled hamstring goes into second. The A's have runners on second and third, nobody out.
I think
here's Alston coming out.
I wouldn't be surprised now if he will lip Sutton immediately. It was a bad break to get in trouble on a half swing with the infield swung around to play first Jackson checks his swing and rolls one into left for a double. We take a look at the check swing. He's just trying to hold up. He started to make his stride in, got to about there and said, no, I don't want it. And it hit the bat. And with Say overshifted, the ball went between Ron down the line.
You see the little smile?
There's a Christmas double.
Right.
And I think now, I'm just guessing, he'll go right to the bullpen.
I thought so. I'll take it. Reggie says I'll take it. I've hit some 400-foot flies that have been caught or line drives at somebody.
It is so late in the game, and since Sutton has just escaped a tough 8th inning, I think Alston figures that I have pressed it far enough. And I have to believe, yep, Mike Marshall will come in. During the year, when Marshall comes into a game, it's interesting. He carries a windbreaker and runs in from the bullpen. He looks like a matador who can't wait to get at the bull. And here he comes. While he does, there's a break in the action here in Los Angeles. The score, the Dodgers 3, Oakland nothing in the top of the 9th.
There's a drive into center field. There's one run in. Here comes Jackson in. And the tying run is at first base now. For the A's in the top of the 9th inning. As Rudy knocks in 2. The hit batsman, a double to the wrong field by Jackson, and a single up the middle by Rudy. And the A's are back in business, and Charlie Finley says, go get him. Struck him out. He turned it over, and Tennis strikes out.
Yeah, that's the screwball. That means now that 10 A's struck out today. Now the runner taking over is the speedster, Herb Washington.
He's the only man in baseball, and it could only happen with the Oakland Ball Club, where they hire a man to do nothing but run. Herb Washington, a world-class sprinter, holds a world indoor record in the 50, 100-yard dashes. He is now running for Joe Rudy at first base.
I might repeat something we mentioned yesterday. Marshall, for a right-hander, is very quick in coming over to first base. So if Herb Washington, representing the tying run, tries to take too much of a lead, he would be susceptible. Marshall can come over there in a hurry.
Washington had to learn how to get a lead, how to slide. He's done it almost on sheer speed. And he's won some games late in the year. Maury Wills worked with him in spring training.
Wouldn't that be something to have somebody tutored by Wills come back to haunt the Dodgers?
Right. Pitches a strike. 29 steals for Washington. He was caught 16 times. He's run the 100-yard dash outdoors just in 9-2. When he makes it, he does it those great legs. Still trying to find out how to get a lead, he says.
Marshall is trying to take advantage of his, let's say, lack of maturity by stepping off the rubber twice now and faking a throw. And the third time.
3-2 Los Angeles. Herb Washington at first. Reggie Jackson and Alvin Dark watching intensely.
They got him.
Yes, sir. Marshall picked him up.
I knew if he was going to try and take that lead, Mike was too quick for him, and he nailed him. He really set him up by stepping off the rubber 3 times. And that was all part of it. Now watch out. He's got him leaning on his right leg. He is hung out to dry all the way. Take it from another look, and it's simply experience over immaturity. And look at there. He is dead.
The outspoken A's players have criticized their manager for using Washington at times. Nothing personal against him, but they just don't think that he has the instincts for baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
They're going to call it a strike. It's going to be 0-2.
0-2 now. So now the tying runs at the plate instead of on the bases. They're 2 down, nobody on. The Dodgers with a 1-run lead.
Screwball.
That's it. Get in the screwball. The Los Angeles Dodgers have evened up the World Series. Marshall's pickoff of Washington at first, and then striking out the pinch hitter Manuel. Walter Alston congratulating Tommy John who had his arm operated on. Sutton is the winner. Vida Blue is the loser. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Los Angeles, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Oakland. And let's go down to Tony.
Complete ball game for Don Sutton. Heck of a ball game and a good relief job from Marshall. Don, congratulations.
Thank you, Tony. I don't think you can say enough for the job that Mike did. I tell you, that shows you why he's such a fantastic relief pitcher. Not only does he come in and make it tough on the hitters, but he makes it tough on the runners, too. And you can't say enough for a job that, as you and I mentioned before, that Steve Garvey did at first base, because if he doesn't come up with that ball, we're in a heck of a jam.
An off day tomorrow. Let's look till Tuesday. Starter for you, Al Downing. You saw him late in the season. How is he throwing?
Al came on strong for us. He pitched a 2-hit shutout up to San Francisco that we had to have. Then he came in against the Pirates the other day and pitched very well. Here's a guy that's been here before. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart pitcher. He knows how to change speeds. And I think that's what you have to do to these guys. You can't go out there and pitch them one speed anyway, whether it's one breaking ball right after the other or one fastball right after the other. But I think our fate's in good hands with Al Downing.
I think so, too. He's a veteran. He's been through it before. I'd like your opinion on the pinch runner, Herb Washington. Unfortunately, with a tying run in this ballgame, gets picked off first base. Do you have any opinion as far as a pinch runner? Can he serve the purpose as Herb Washington has done for this ball club? What kind of reports did you guys have on Herb Washington from your pitching staff department?
Well, we got a report that anytime you see Herb Washington come in the pinch run, look for him to steal. Because I guess that, like the scoreboard said out here, he's the baseball's first designated runner. So, you know, he's not out there to check the pitcher's move out in order to get a scouting report on the outfielder's arms. He's out there to run, and I think that's what we expected him to do.
Don Sutton, congratulations. See you Tuesday in Oakland.
Well, we're even up, and we'll take it from there. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks again. Our congratulations to the Dodgers. Back upstairs.